Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of CoinNewsExtraTv Interview session, a program where we invite innovators, stakeholders, influencers in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem to come talk about the state of the ecosystem and their experiences. So today we'll be talking about economic impact of NFTs and DeFi. So a lot of discussions around these particular topics, and we know that these are hot topics and trending topics. So we have an amazing guest who is joining us from Canada to talk about this in the person of Audrey Nesbitt, who is the CFO Crypto. You are welcome, Audrey.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's our pleasure having you. So hope you are doing well today.
I'm doing really, really well, considering what's happening in the world. All is well here.
Great. So let's move. Before we delve into the discussion proper, I would just like to get a brief about yourself and your background.
So I got into cryptocurrencies in 2016, 2017. I've been in marketing pretty much my whole career. And I stumbled upon Crypto Chicks. It's a nonprofit organization that originated here in Toronto. And it is a educational hub for women and youth with chapters now all over the world, including Nigeria, where we facilitate hackathons and educational events to teach blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and other emerging technologies to women and youth.
Yeah, interesting what that you are doing in the ecosystem and how you got involved. So let's look at we are talking about the economic impact of NFTs and DeFi. What are your thoughts about NFTs and DeFi?
So NFTs, I'll start with because there are two different things, and NFTs obviously are exploding today in popularity. The art NFTs, and I think the art NFT bubble is going to burst. I do think there are use cases for art, and I think it's lovely and great that NFTs have allowed artists from all over the world to, benefit of being in this global open market, right? So it's opened up market opportunities for artists all over the world and content creators. I do think the JPEG art NFT bubble will burst, but the use case for NFTs are immense in regards to digital identity, artwork, fan clubs, fan passes, music, that sort of thing. So I think NFTs are here to stay. I think they are going to grow more in use case. But the art bubble, I think, will settle down. I think they're going to become more legitimized as they provide more utility as they mature. Decentralized finance, I'm a huge fan of. And sorry, my dog. And
No problem.
Belvedere, stop. And what decentralized finance does is brings centralized or traditional financial instruments to decentralized networks. It or the apps remove middlemen, and middlemen can be very costly. So what I love about DeFi and where it's going is it's able to bring traditional financial instruments to people who don't have access to it. And millions and millions and millions of people are unbanked in the world. And to get loans or credit cards or any sort of investments, they need credit histories, identification, that sort of thing. And there's millions of people who don't have that. So the friction for traditional banking that we benefit in the West so much from isn't necessarily accessible to millions of people on the planet. So DeFi and cryptocurrency products can, simplify that and give those people access to peer-to-peer payment systems where they don't need identification. They don't need a credit history, right? They can, if they have cryptocurrency, they can pay. Another benefit and a great advantage of it is the high cost of remittance. So people that work out away from home and send, that money that they're making back to their home country, it's costly. Like, it's incredibly expensive. And peer-to-peer payments, especially on cryptocurrency or blockchain payment networks, can heavily reduce those fees.
Yeah, interesting to know that. We're talking about NFTs and DeFi's. Are there some challenges associated with these two?
The challenges with them. So there are some, there's some pushback right now from environmentalists in regards to the eco cost of NFTs and using cryptocurrencies. That is being solved by layer 2 solutions on the Ethereum network, that transaction fees have greatly been reduced. There's sustainable mining operations that are like taking place everywhere to reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining. So there's that. There's also the challenges of NFTs and cryptocurrency is the barrier to entry, right? So a lot of people still don't understand it. There's still what I call crypto gymnastics, right? So
Yes.
even telling somebody to get, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
to find tokens or to get onto even an exchange or figure out digital wallets is still somewhat of a leap for a lot of people. So I think more mass adoption will come through gaming and just easier onboarding processes. And that is all being solved and coming. And I think within 2 years, that'll be solved, depending on where you are in the world and regulation, of course. But I think, the whole cryptocurrency world is understanding that you have to simplify and talk layman, so to speak, to get, the masses to understand how to jump through all the hoops just to buy cryptocurrency. But it is getting easier, right? PayPal, you can buy it now. So, I mean, it's opening up.
Okay, Audrey, let's go to the main discussion here now, economic impact of NFTs. Let's see, what are some of the economic impacts of NFTs and DeFi? What are some of the
I touched on some of them in the intro, and one of the things that I think is great is the fact that it can put more control in the hands of the content creators, right, and less from these costly middlemen. So currently in the art industry, like a physical piece of art, once you sell it, the artist creates it. Once the artist sells it, now it's owned by that other person. By minting an NFT, they can basically have residuals on every single sale for the digital footprint life of that NFT. So I like that it puts more control and, money, or the ability to make money, in the hands of the content creators, and opens it up to, people that are in underserved countries that, like, I might have never heard of a lot of artists that, coming up out of emerging markets and that sort of thing. It gives them an onboarding, platform to the world, basically a whole global marketplace for their work. It's also created all new economies, right? Like, there's money and jobs being created in, minting NFTs, helping people create NFT drops and that sort of thing. It spurred a whole new economy. And then in GameFi, Axie Infinity is a great example, that an NFT game that has allowed, players predominantly in the Philippines to earn an income playing these play to earn games. Now, I think Axie Infinity has made amazing inroads in the play to earn space. I'm not a big fan of the high cost to entry, right? It's like $1,000 to buy 3 Axie NFTs. But there's people solving that, that issue through guilds and that sort of thing. So,
okay, Audrey, sorry, because of our time, I'd like to just lastly before we draw the curtain on the discussion, let's look at how you are making impact in the ecosystem. What are other ways you are making impact? I know you are the CMO of Crypto Chicks. How are you making impact?
So through Crypto Chicks, obviously it's through education, and we also run an incubator program where startups in the space can come to us and be mentored into launching their business idea. And I am hoping to be launching a GameFi project in the next few months, and with a much lower barrier cost of entry, and hopefully like a really great game that millions of people want to play. So yeah, I'm hoping to continue to make impact.
Yes, very interesting. It's a very good one knowing that you're making impact. Also, we know that there are a few ladies in the blockchain space, so it's a very good one. And these I know would encourage more ladies to come on board. Also, I really appreciate and congratulations on the projects you're launching very soon and the impact you're also making. Thank you very much also for joining us on the conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.